The sky changed before they reached the ridge. Wind bent the pines low, and the path turned slick beneath their boots. The father looked back only once, then hurried everyone forward. A first heavy drop struck a leaf like a warning bell. The older child held the mother's sleeve and tried not to slip. Far below, the sea disappeared inside a wall of gray rain. Thunder rolled across the cliffs, slow and enormous. The baby stirred under the cloak as the storm found them. They ran where the trail narrowed beside the black rock. Every step sounded louder than it should have. Then the rain came, all at once, and the mountain seemed to close around them. Through the rain, the father heard water falling where no stream should be. He raised his hand, and the family stopped beneath the cliff. Behind a curtain of white water, something darker waited. The older child saw it first, an opening in the stone. The father stepped into the spray and pushed the waterfall aside. Cold water broke over his arm, but the cave stayed open. The mother tucked the baby deeper beneath the cloak. One by one, they slipped behind the falling water. The roar filled their ears until there was no room for fear. Then the sound snapped away, muffled by stone. Rain became a distant drum behind them. Inside, the darkness breathed warm and dry. At first, they could see almost nothing. Then the cave opened wider than the storm outside. The floor was dry sand, soft under tired feet. An old fire ring waited near the center, as if someone had left it for them. A shelf of stone curved from the wall. Drops fell from stalactites in patient, perfect rhythms. Through the waterfall, the last sunset light entered gold and broken. The father knelt and touched the sand. The mother listened to the cave before she smiled. The older child found tiny footprints that vanished near the wall. For a moment, no one spoke. The mountain had given them a room. The father searched the shelf and found dry twigs tucked in a crack. The older child brought bark curled like paper. The mother laid the baby on a folded blanket. A spark jumped once and vanished. The second spark held. Smoke curled low, then climbed toward the ceiling. A small flame opened like an eye. The fire found the twigs and began to speak. Warm light touched their faces one by one. Rain thundered outside, but the cave answered with crackling wood. The baby stopped fussing and listened. The first safe breath came with the fire. Shelter became home, one small thing at a time. The mother spread wool blankets over the sand. The father tied a rope between two stones. Wet jackets hung like tired birds above the warmth. The older child shook water from a little tin lantern. When it lit, the cave walls turned honey brown. Something blinked from the darkest corner. A tiny black spirit cat watched them with round, glowing eyes. The child offered it a crumb of bread. It came close, then vanished behind a stone. The baby laughed once in the quiet. Even the storm seemed farther away. Outside, the storm climbed to its highest voice. The waterfall became a solid wall of silver. Lightning flashed through it and filled the cave with white light. For one breath, every shadow leapt away. The baby startled and began to cry. The mother lifted the bundle and rocked slowly. The father stood at the entrance, measuring the water with his eyes. Waves struck the rocks below like drums. The older child moved closer to the fire. The spirit cat sat beside the child as if guarding the flame. Thunder cracked so hard the cave answered, but nothing inside went out. When the thunder passed a little farther away, hunger arrived. The father hung a small kettle over the fire. The mother opened a cloth bundle of bread and dried berries. Steam curled from the kettle and smelled of forest fruit. The older child counted berries into a wooden cup. A few rolled toward the spirit cat. The spirit cat touched one berry with a careful paw. Tea darkened red as it brewed. Bread was cut into thick, uneven pieces. Mugs passed from hand to hand. No one had much, but everyone received something warm. The storm sounded different after tea. Later, they sat where the cave met the falling water. The storm was still there, but it no longer felt like an enemy. The father spoke softly about a fox that once borrowed the moon. The older child tried to stay awake for the ending. The mother smiled without opening her eyes. The lantern trembled whenever the wind found the entrance. Drops slid down the waterfall like strings of glass. The spirit cat curled beside the child's boot. The baby slept with one tiny hand open. The story grew slower and warmer. One by one, the words became breath, and the cave kept watch. Near morning, the rain thinned to silver threads. The waterfall softened until each drop could be heard. Moonlight, or maybe the first dawn, entered the cave. The coals glowed under a skin of ash. The father slept sitting up, one hand still near the fire. The mother and baby breathed in the same slow rhythm. The older child dreamed with a breadcrumb in one hand. The spirit cat watched the entrance without blinking. Outside, the sea sounded far away again. The mountain was quiet. Safety became the only sound, and the night let go. From outside, the cave looked like a small star hidden behind water. Inside, the family slept in a circle of amber light. The waterfall shone silver in the first pale morning. The spirit cat stepped into the glow, then looked back at them. It blinked once, as if promising to remember. The fire settled lower, but did not die. Rain tapped softly on leaves instead of roaring. The cliff path waited for daylight. For now, no one needed to move. The storm had passed them by, and the cave kept its little secret fade out with the sound of rain becoming silence.